The main claim that my opponent gave was that EDM, or electrical dance music, will become the largest genre due to the diversity of the music, care from the DJ and producers, and the support from the community. The secondary claims that he used were with so many subgenres of EDM, it can and will apply to all genres of music. The second was that the DJ's support and care for EDM will allow it to become the largest genre of music. And the last one was the community will push the genre to become the largest music industry with its support. This main claim hugs the line between a claim of fact as well as a claim of value. And with this, it's saying that most people will enjoy electric dance music more than any other type of genre of music. And this can be closely related with the claim of value. According to his first claim, that with so many subgenres of music, EDM can and will apply to all genres of music. Since that this type of genre has a very diverse is very diverse, that it also goes with this also goes with other genres, that this even may not be its own genre, but subgenres of other genres such as rock and pop and others, all mixed into one genre. This poses a problem for people with different interests in music, because if someone likes a certain genre of music but doesn't like another genre of music, then how can they listen to electric dance music, which is composed of all the other genres? The secondary claim that he makes is that the DJ's support and care for electric dance music will allow it to become the largest genre. The fans are supportive at most of these concerts because of the increased emotions at the concerts, mostly due to drugs and alcohol. One main drug that's typically used at these concerts as a stereotypical is ecstasy, also known as mollies. What these do is that they increase the activity of neurotransmitters in the brain, which are the chemical messengers that basically rule your thoughts. And then these cause elevated mood effects, and usually at concerts people go to have a good time, and then by taking these, their moods are elevated, which shows how great of a support that will go toward these DJs and bands and etc. But this causes a problem because at one concert, 72 people were hospitalized due to a drug or alcohol related issue. This happened at the Quincy Valley Medical Center after one of these electric dance music concerts. Another way is that they care for their fans. The DJs care for their fans by handing out free music. And usually when artists give out free music, they do so in order to get noticed or discovered, and in order to kickstart their career. This happens with each other genre, and I've seen it happen myself by walking down the Venice Beach and being approached by several artists giving me their demo tapes. And it's not that they're showing support for their fans, it's that they want to get noticed in order to make it big into the business. And their last claim was that the community will push the genre in order to become the largest industry with its support. this type of genre of music is really minimal compared to the rest, and this can be shown in the sales of albums in 2012, where the rock genre sold 102.5 million copies, alternative music sold 52.2 million copies, country music sold 44.6 million copies, while dance and electronic sold a mere 8.7 million copies. This can, as well as a study given by, or a research given by Statista.com, that the most liked genre of music is pop, with 18.4% of people liking this, while they give out electronic music as 0.7% of the population. One of them, and according to my opponent, is that if this is the largest one, then why does it have the smallest amount of supporters? And that concludes my presentation.
Right, this was another complicated speech to respond to because the value elements that were involved, and sometimes the vague way in which the secondary claims were laid out. But I thought you did a pretty good job trying to condense and focus on the issues, and you point out that there is a dilemma between the factual issues and the value issues that's going on here. You need to explain why that's an important consideration for the assignment or for your argument. But once you get to the secondary points, I think your argument becomes a lot more focused. We're getting a slow development on that first point. There's a diversity issue. You kind of are going around in a circle. Well, if this music is in all these genres, is it even a genre unto itself? That's an interesting question. Why is this important? Does it affect the advocate's main point that it's going to become the most popular or the most successful, or it's going to be widely supported? I don't know that gets you very much. So even though you spent time on it, and I understand the point that you're making, I'm wondering why you spent the time on it. I thought the second and the third points were much clearer in dealing with the claims that the advocate presented. Your second point is basically a counter-causality, cause-effect argument on why it is that all the feelings are so good at these concerts and how people are so supportive. Here's the old joke that everybody applies to certain kinds of music. I'll just apply it to electronic dance music. You know what the EDM fans said when they ran out of ecstasy? Man, this music sucks. So in essence, the argument is that it's not the music that is producing the benefits, it's the drug use that's going on there. And I think you could use some information to show that drug use is widespread and typical there. I mean, that's the stereotype that goes on. How frequent, what percentage of the people there at those events are using that kind of, are they mollies, did you say?
Yeah.
All right. Taking ecstasy, mollies, whatever it is. I thought you had good information about the people being hospitalized and that sort of thing, so that worked pretty well. But it seems to me like there's probably some information that suggests that it's really all about that kind of thing, that's what people are really responding to there. I like that whole argument. I thought that worked pretty well. To me, the strongest argument was the one you had right at the end. It's the most directly evidenced point that you've got. Well, let's see. How are they doing when it comes to sales? Well, rock, they're selling 100 million. Alternative, they're selling 52 million. Country, they're selling 44 million. And dance music, gosh, they couldn't even get to 9 million. The idea that this is going to take over the world seems to me, they got a lot of taken over to get to. They are 1/10 of the highest genre, and they're practically, 3% of the total of music sales. I think you even had a statistic that talked about something like that. So how can we make the inference that this is going to happen? I thought that was a pretty strong argument there. All right.